Hey, check up. Let's play some D. Welcome to episode 32 of Play Some D with your host. As always, it's me, Coach D, and yeah, I got some goodies in store. So first and foremost, before I get this rolling, let's breast cancer awareness last month. So I just wanted to rock my shirt. I wanted to get the video out on Halloween, and I was gonna do breast cancer awareness month section. I still should have, but it's November, so I feel like it's kind of off. So this is a breast cancer awareness shirt. Think pink, walk proud, stronger together. Uh, Shout out to all the breast cancer survivors and cancer survivors. I think it's a big month. I think it should be a little bit more. I think people notice it. I mean, I'm not gonna say people don't, but Breast Cancer Awareness Month is October. I always look forward to it. I wear my pink. I went to the Browns Chargers game in my breast cancer awareness shirt. Didn't rock a team. I rocked that. So let's go 32. And yeah, I got some goodies. As I mentioned, I missed a week. It's just been crazy hectic and busy, and getting these videos out can be a little bit difficult. I had something ready to go in a quarter I did about the NBA files. I'll put that out at some point. But yeah, so anyway, just rambling on. Let me get this rolling. As always, if you don't mind, you can tap that like button. You can smash that sub button, and always turn on them post notifications so you know these videos drizz up. And today is definitely talk about the infrastructure bill. Kind of want to talk about Astro World, but I'm going to um still stuff coming out. So maybe I'll talk about it next week. We'll see after everything kind of unfolds and we figure out what's going on. But that's not a part of it. I wanted to, but I'm not going to jump the gun there. So infrastructure bill. I really wanted to wait until today to do this video because the last game of the midpoint of the NFL season just happened. So just for authenticity, I just wanted to wait for that to finish all up. NFL midseason, talk about that. I'm talking about bananas. So I've been hearing about the bananas and things with bananas and bananas. So I'm gonna do a fun section on Coach D bananas. I'm doing a section on bananas. We might have OT, so stay tuned for OT. And we're gonna talk about Call of Duty Vanguard. Of course we are. New COD drops. We talking about Van Jeezy. Van Jeezy. That's gonna be third quarter. Stick around for that. But without further ado, let's get this popping. Let me tip this baby off in the first quarter. We'll go with the NFL mid-season. So let me go ahead and just flip this over here for us. I already have the goods up. Um, so the season finished off. We just had that Pittsburgh game just in here, and I got the standings up, which is just a bit shocking here. I guess we can go divisions first. The Patriots being this high was surprising. I go back to my video about the rookies. I thought Mac Jones was just going to be awful. I 4-0 in a row. That's huge. Didn't expect that. I figured that'd be maybe like 3-6, 4-5 at the best, of 5-4. This all makes sense here. I thought this Browns should probably be 6-3. You know, the injuries, I say should really be 6-3. I think, but everything else here probably makes a little sense. The Colts just unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I thought these two teams would be swapped. Vegas Raiders and obviously the Chiefs. We're all just blown away with the Chiefs here. I thought the Cowboys would be good as long as Dak was healthy. Green Bay. This Minnesota Vikings team is just unbelievable how Kirk Cousins just doesn't get them those wins with the weapons they have. It's a little strange there. New Orleans Saints is a big. This 5-3 is unbelievable with no quarterback essentially, and Sam Darnold was just totally letting his teammates down in Carolina. And this division could have went any. This could all be flipped. I mean, the Niners. I don't think the Niners are very good, but they play good football, so they could just as well be 8-1, and Arizona could be 3-5 in terms of when you think about it. But as it all plays out, this all makes sense. Arizona's been dominant. The Rams are really, really good, and Seattle's just super shaky. I think Seattle is probably where they deserve to be. Everybody else could probably move around a little bit. Garoppolo got hurt. Things of that nature. They have a lot of players just in general just are hurt. So, given circumstances, they can switch around. But just looking at the conference, I like to look at it from this way because then you start to see the playoff teams and where people fall in, and you see, Kansas City and the Browns are, they're out. It's 7 teams. I believe it's 7 teams that make it. Playoff picture, they show that, right? 7 teams make it, yeah. So they would show you, 7 teams. This is actually pretty cool. NFL got this set up. Bucks would be 3. Titans, Chiefs and Browns would be out, when that would be, most people probably predicted them to possibly be in the AFC Championship. So over on this side, Falcons, Saints, they'll probably fall out. So in the midst of that, I was just gonna say how I guessing, mid-season, some of the shocking things, my opinions, and then how I think it'll eventually play out. Kansas City and the Browns will bump in here. I think the Raiders will probably fall out. Steelers will probably fall out. I think definitely the Steelers will fall out. Definitely the Raiders will fall out. And then it's gonna be between Chiefs, Browns, Bengals. I think Colts could fight in there, but these 3 teams. I mean, I can see the Chargers maybe collapsing, but I think they got poise, and it seems like they're in it to fight and win those close games. So I think they'll stay in the thick of things. And maybe with Derrick Henry out, Tennessee may fall. I mean, they just came off of a big win, but that was super adrenaline. They won 5 in a row. So maybe they'll tone it down. But overall, I think it'll be Raiders, Pittsburgh, Pats. They'll be the teams that fall out of here, and then Chiefs, Browns, and I'm gonna still go with the Colts. I think they're just they're a really good roster. I know they got some their wideouts are hurt, and Carson Wentz will throw the game away. So that's my prediction. Is Browns, Kansas City, I think are gonna pop in here, and then that 7 team is gonna be super up for grabs, and even to a team like Denver with just the 2 running backs, the receivers, and Teddy Bridgewater taking care of the ball. Who knows, right? The NFC looks a little more. However you predicted, these are the teams that are going to vie for the championship. These top 5 are going to be the teams that get they're going to get the NFC championship. These are going to be the teams competing at the end. Man, that's probably consensus. I see Arizona probably taking the fall here, the tank, and I think it at the end of the day, I think it is Green Bay, Tampa, Dallas, and the Rams. I think those would be the 4 teams that are there, the last 4. That's my prediction. As far as who makes the playoffs, Russ come back healthy. I like Seattle's chances, and still Minnesota they're just talented enough where they should fall in here. Atlanta, New Orleans, they're out of there. But these teams, this top 5 is here. It's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams vying for 2 spots. So those 4 teams, these are the fighters right here. These are the 4 right here. AFC, the 4 is going to be Baltimore. I think Buffalo's overrated, but Buffalo's just better than a lot of teams in the AFC. They just got better players. I think it'll be Baltimore, Bills, Kansas City, and if the Browns stay healthy, that's the 4 I would, that's the last 4 I see there. So over to the stats, big boy stats. Matthew and Tom are leading in the passing yards. TDs is Tom. Matthew, look at Big Joe. Joe Bro. Let's see what his completion percentage looks like halfway through. Ooh, that's a 1%, said Wilson. Let's go. Come on, man. Give me. Why is it not showing the top? That's not the top. Oh, this is the top. Holy monkey. All right, so we got Teddy Bridgewater at 70%. Kyler 72. Look at Michael White. Big Michael. He been balling. Got hurt on Thursday. Wow, Gino. Gino just dinks and look at Matt Ryan at 70%. That's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild, actually. I can't even lie. Passer rating, that's going to be another weird one, right? Yeah. Russ. Holy mackerel. He's only thrown one pick. I didn't know this. This is pretty crazy. Look at Russ. Wow, let Russ cook. Let Russ cook, right? Matthew Stafford is next. Looks right. Kyler, Dak, Tom. Interceptions is Patty Mack, right? Oh, Sammy. Sammy and Joe took over Pat's spot. Pat was at the top before this week started. You crazy. Who's getting sacked the most? Oh, Justin Fields. That doesn't really count. He runs around all the time. But Ryan Tannehill, that's not good. And Teddy. Teddy be getting, he be getting whooped on. All right, so the rushing yard is interesting because, Derrick Henry's probably out for the season. And look, he would have played a game last week. He would probably be like 1,100 yards almost. He'd be at least over 1,000 for sure with 10 tutties. 10 tutties. He has a lot of attempts, though, 219. That is a lot. Mark Ingram's ran the ball 199 times. That's pretty crazy, yo. That's pretty crazy. I didn't even know that. Joe Mix has been balling. Zeke stepped it up. I thought Zeke was shot, but Zeke ain't shot. Zeke still got some stank in the tank. Tutties. James Conner got tied with tutties. He got a lot of attempts, too. He's taking over that backfield spot in Arizona. Damian Harris been balling. Nicholas. And I think he missed 2 games, right? So he could easily be right up there. Why did rushing yards do that? What did that rushing yards? What's happening here? What's happening? So, Nick could easily 2 games, 200 yards. He could be right up there, but still Derek missed the whole game. So, I don't know if the Browns had a bye week yet. So that's that. Let's see receiving. Oh, Cooper. Cooper is dominating receptions, Tyreek. The yards, Cooper is just down. Oh, look at Debo. Debo passed Jamar Chase last week. This week, shall I say. Tutties. DK got 8. I didn't know that. Mike got 8. Thielen. Who's got that? Who's got the most over 40s? Jamar and Debo. All right, so let's see who's a tackling machine. Kenny Young. Who's Kenny Young play for? The Rams? The Broncos. Big Bobby, Roquan, Denzel. Okay. Who just tackling by themselves, though? Who's straight solo? Kenny is. Interceptions. Trayvon, JC. I wanted to see sacks. There's sacks. This is the one sack, what I wanted to see. Miles, TJ, the person. I don't know if most people, if I predicted that Chase Young would be Defensive Player of the Year, he's nowhere on this list. Chandler Jones had 5 sacks, I think, in the first game. I don't see him. Oh, there he is. He only got 1. Oh, wow. Jeez. 1 sack. I had 5 in the first game. TJ and Miles. That makes sense. They're the guys. I was overzealous on Chase for sure. So that's that. And that's it. So that's the midseason. I just wanted to kind of go over the midseason and what I thought. I expect these 2 guys to keep that moving. The receivers, I just have no idea. It's a big drop off here after Keenan Allen. So, oh wait, no, I'm lying. It's not sorted. I expect it to be Devontae, Kupp, Debo. They'll still stay up at the top. The running backs will be Jonathan, Nicholas. I think Zeke will probably pop. And I don't know about Dalvin. Dalvin just stays hurt. As far as the quarterbacks go, I think Matthew Stafford will stay up here. He'll keep throwing that baby. Patrick Mahomes is going to stay up there. Not sure about Herbert. Derek Carr's going to keep throwing it. And that's mid-season of the NFL. Some interesting things that I did not know that just popped for me. The sacks are a nervous one. You getting hit that much is not a good thing. Not a good thing, bucko. It just ain't. All right. So let's get this moving along the second quarter for the infrastructure bill. So the infrastructure bill, I'm just gonna briefly run through it. Everyone can do what they need to do to really dig deep in it. But key takeaways originally used to designate build and repair roads, that always just gets flopped and flipped around. Everybody talks about it, ain't doing nothing about it. The bipartisan bill was held up first by Democrats, who insisted that the $3.5 trillion bill passed first. Just a lot of jockeying for position, so they kind of splitting all these things up, and then they vote separately. So you try to do what you can to get what you need passed. So I get it, I understand. This tidbit, this is Investopedia, by the way. This tidbit right here is quite important as far as the government funding, debt ceiling. It seems like it always comes up every year and gets kicked down the road. They actually say Congress kicked the can down the road, and they'll eventually put something on the table to debt ceiling and blase. But what's in the bipartisan bill? 2,700 pages. I couldn't imagine having my assistants and whoever else and all of the above reading all of that. But you got to dig in it before you vote on something like that, because that may be the end of your political career if you vote improperly. So 110, in addition to construction repair, the funding also helps pay for transportation research, which cool. The railroads, that'll be. I wouldn't mind them getting some rail systems going, but this is the big one. Nothing for high speed rail, so it's like we're still moving slow. We're still in the 1800s on the railroad trains. Oh yeah, okay. Power grid essential. I talked about the hackware, killware, whatever a while ago. I got to upgrade the power grid. Broadband in rural areas. I hear people that are just talking about their internet slow. It's like, really, where we live at? I wouldn't live there if my internet was slow. It's just, fix that, get that going. Approximately $14 billion in total will help reduce. That's cool, but really everybody needs just access to internet. It's totally essential. Even if you don't use it, you should have the option to have it. That's just crazy. Water infrastructure. Water should be probably more for cybersecurity. Climate change, obviously, but the resilient fund protect infrastructure from, I don't think $47 billion is going to pretty much protect you from cybersecurity attacks, but, something better than nothing. Public transit, you always put something in there. Got a little bit on the ports. Oh, this is to help address the western half of the country with water. Yeah. So then this is the Democratic proposal of what the 3.5 was, scaled down to this. The childcare situation is just wild. I don't have kids, but I have friends and family that do, and it's just, I just hear the stories and I'm just like, oh my God, it makes my head hurt. So they're trying to do everything to help people with their kids, which is super dope. The kids are important. They do need to learn. They need to go to childcare. They need to go to preschool. They need to learn. So whatever we gotta do is $400 billion is to go to that. I can't too much, do with that. This is super important. This one right here is incredibly important for home care for older people. disability. It's a lot of older people out there that need help and need qualified, good people that with patience and that know with how to support them. And that number, I'm not mad at all. The housing thing, I think just all this money is gonna get totally wasted. Just flush it down the toilet right now. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Higher ed and work development toilet. This isn't past, so but this is what they have in there. That's toilet. Small business, that might work. These probably could flip. Give people more access to business than higher education. Whatever. Child nutrition. It's pretty cool. All right. Credits, Medicare, boop, boop, boop. Then what's out? So $100 billion for immigration. That snuck by me. Oh, and there's the climate and clean energy. This and this. These two are gonna be. Oh, and the corporate alternative. These right here are gonna hold this up forever. These three joints right there. Them joints. These three joints. Hold up. So what's out is the Medicare dinner and vision benefits, the free community college. Everybody's gonna get college. We're gonna get rid of the loans. None of that happens. And billionaire income tax is all out. And this was the original. Everybody that want to come and look, and this is the original good stuff. I just think it's good stuff in here. It gives you a timeline and everything. I just want to briefly talk about it. Just know that it did pass. We got something. Biden finally got something under his belt, but the poor fella is just kind of just plotting along. Just not saying nothing crazy. Basically, that's the only really difference between him and Trump. You just not getting on tweeting, just talking crazy, but he still ain't doing nothing, and yeah, just quiet about it. But he is putting in some judges and things, so I think that was a priority for whoever the next Democratic president was, because Trump put in a lot. So whole nother topic, whole nother story. The infrastructure bill is cracking. Passed on late Friday. So check that out if you I'm gonna keep pushing through a halftime, because I got some stuff. I got some good stuff to get to here, there, man. Actually, I don't. I'm gonna breeze through. I'm gonna breeze through these next two right here, or maybe not bananas, but we'll see. But COD Vanguard just dropped. Big COD. I don't have any numbers. See if we can get quick numbers. Vanguard sales. Verdicts are in. I don't see any sales. Gets rare launch date discount. I don't see anything about sales numbers. Just real quick. And then I want to do my quick review. I don't see sales numbers. Eat Doritos, I'll do your double XP. Yeah, no, I'm not eating Doritos or drinking that to get any double nothing. But I could buy it and get some double something, because the first thing is the gosh darn weapon progression. I played for too long. I'm not going to expose myself here. I paid for too gosh darn long, and I got a weapon level 70. Took way too long. And then the challenges to unlock the camos is retarded, because some of them you have to wait for to do at a level, and then you got to go back and then do them again. Yeah, I think they could have. I know what they were doing. I know they were trying to get people to grind, but I feel like these games just do a weird way of doing it, and they gotta be more creative. And then in the midst of being more creative is that the game is super buggy. There's maps that spit out this packet bursting for people on PC. I'm not sure what it's doing. People on consoles, I'm sure people's consoles are crashing, and it's super buggy. The things that you want the game to have, like you want to see you do a cool kill cam and it's a play of the game, and that's not working properly. Reticles not unlocking in multiplayer. There's a number of different things that just aren't working for the game right now, and the I just don't know how it got past here. I don't know. I feel like you should have let people play on like Tuesday or something, spent 2 days, and then shut everything down for a day, fixed it, and then gave it to the people. Or maybe not. Cause you do that, you probably break something else. I don't know, man. These game developers, they just want their paper, which I totally understand. But besides the glitches, the bugs, I thoroughly enjoy the game. I'll be playing it a whole heck of a lot between now and when the new Pacific Warzone map drops. I want to try to get as many of the camos as I can, and I'll keep flipping back and forth between the two. But it's a fun game. It's fast paced. It does have some maps that the people can kind of camp in, but that's Call of Duty, and you can't really have that because everybody don't have quick reflexes and super fast like me. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, everybody just can't. Everybody's just not amazing at video games. They still want to play. You shoot people, kill people, have a good time. So totally understand that. But the game is quite enjoyable. It looks good. It plays good. The guns shoot well. I've only shot one gun. But from the looks of it and what I've seen and watched, it's an enjoyable experience. I'm a COD boy through and through. I kind of realized that now. I started at GoldenEye 007, and if that had franchise, I've been I've always been a shooting guy. I've always liked sports games too. I'm a little bit of both, but the sports games just don't supply the authentic, the realness that the game should. They're a little cartoony, and I thought we would have got past that with sports games. So that's why I'm kind of off on those. But yeah, I'm a cowboy through and through. I'll be playing them forever. It's just is what it is. I understand that now. I mean, I switched to other games. I just like doing other things, but this one's solid. I played Cold War just because it was something to do, and thoroughly enjoyed Warzone, and the last Modern Warfare was cool. Warzone that game was built for Warzone. They built it for Warzone. They knew what they were doing, and I think they went backwards, built the game on Warzone, and put it into Modern Warfare. Because the Modern Warfare play of it was just, I don't know. I mean, besides shipment, the game was just kind of, I don't know. It was just something off about it. Black Ops was just a holding place, just essentially to put guns into Warzone, and then now I think we got a good game. So for the people that's, get out there and play it, I think they're going to fix it up. And I think at some point it's going to be running really smooth because it's almost there. And when it runs really smooth, then people will be having a good time playing that game and enjoying themselves. So that's Call of Duty Vanguard for the third quarter. I told you I'm plodding through today. But yeah, they got to fix them bugs. The bugs they're super annoying bugs. I have some kill cams that was super dope that just, you do show 2 kills and then your guy just dies over. And then the voting part's a little weird too because it takes a little too long, but it allows people to vote on each other, which is actually pretty cool. I think that is pretty cool. All right, so for fourth quarter is the no you didn't. Coach, you're not going to talk about bananas, right? You're not going to talk about bananas, but I am going to talk about bananas for a quick second because I heard somebody talking about this, read about it a few times, and just it intrigued me that bananas being possibly extinct. Now, am I just, I don't know, pessimistic or just don't want to believe it, Ripley believe it or not, whatever you want to call it? Can bananas go extinct? From what I read, yes. But will we? Probably not. Even if they did, I'm sure somebody has a clone or whatever sitting somewhere and ready to make artificial bananas. GMO, genetically modified bananas, right? I'm pretty sure we're not in dire straits of bananas. Bananas are the world's most popular fruit. Bananas are the drink king. If you put a banana in your drink and there's not bacon or peanut butter in it or coffee, probably, you're tasting a banana. And even if all four of them are in there, you're tasting a banana. That's just how it goes. Bananas just, they king. Bananas are king. But um, the dominant type of banana right now is the Cavendish supermarket banana. That's one we know and love, rose to fame in 1965 when the previous superstar, Gros Michel, officially became extinct. This extinct lost his throne. Um, from what I understand, bananas are monocultural, mean they're one species. Might be saying that wrong, but I'm not gonna go back and look. But basically, bananas are same DNA down a in a big field, and they easily can be wiped out by these menacing diseases. The disease that is currently popping bananas is Panama disease. I actually saw. I think I was watching a Vice, or I think I was watching a Vice about it. It's just interesting how um, this whole process works, and you think just banana, you see them at the store, you kind of just take them for granted, and everything at the store. And that's kind of why I just want to do a quick jump on it, because we think about all the stuff that we see and we eat and we enjoy, and it gives us some form of nutritional value. And there's things out there that can wipe it out, essentially as if a virus could wipe us out. There's things that can come and wipe our food sources out. And the bigger picture of it not just being bananas, but it could be, you know, all kind of different food sources. Um, So it does say bananas are clones of one another, which totally makes sense. Monoculture culturals allow for the same maintenance process to be used across different banana plantations. The major issue with monoculture is that when a segment of bananas get infected with disease, they all are at risk for infection. So they each banana is essentially the same, and if that disease plops on the next one, bye bye plantation, bye bye moolah dollars gone. Gone. So there's some history. This is just a cool article I read. Um, the Gros Michel banana dominated the society in the early 90s. Banana plantation increased into South America, and in 1950, a strain of fungus, Fusarium wilt, aka tropical race 1. This is what I watched. A strain of the Panama disease spread through the Michelle population, just quickly distributed itself across banana plantations around the world. The banana disease is a soil-borne disease, so it's extremely hard to eliminate from the soil. As a result, infected plantations were burned down. Other crops had to be planted in the soil. So, tropical race 4 is another strain of Panama disease that made a grand unwanted interest in banana society. Put simply, this disease killed the banana plantation from bottom up, negatively affecting its vascular system, preventing it from getting water. I mean, so the diseases are like little demons, so they know exactly, what they need to do to get her done. And it's interesting when you just talk about it with the banana, because I said we enjoy to eat the banana. It's a decent snack. You feel good after you eat it. It gives you a little bit of everything. It's good for workout. It's good for post workout. Um, and like I said, just to give you, if you wake up in the morning, you just need something to get you out the house, you grabbing that banana, and just imagine it turns into something else, because something that you just not necessarily aware of. And I think it's just important to know, even before COVID, we were all essentially walking around like zombies, and then it's like, oh man, something could really hurt us, and then we had to sit in the house for a while to totally figure that out. But there's more organisms and things of that nature that can be totally affected by other things as well. And that's kind of what I really want to touch on. Me personally, I'm allergic to bananas. I don't mess with them anymore. But when I was eating them, I was eating 2, 3 a day, and I think that's why I don't can't really mess with them no more because I was going banana OD. But when I was eating them bananas, I was a banana fizzing. Like, you know what I'm missing. But yeah, it's just cool to learn about, different things like that, different fruits, different vegetables that succumb to stuff. It's just some knowledge to have. Just have some understanding that you're just not walking around just like, ripping broccoli out the ground and throwing it, that broccoli may, get some use out. Get some use out of that broccoli. Make sure you eat it, boil it up, put some cheese on it, cook it. Don't put cheese on it. Do not put cheese on that broccoli, all right? A little salt. That's it. Play some DEE episode. No. We got OT. So that's one reason why I was kind of wanted to move a little bit through OT. I don't like these videos that carry on too long. I feel like, who's watching it 50 minutes, right? Who's really watching 30, right? I'm at what, 35? The Harder They Fall. Pretty darn good movie. Came out October 22nd. Netflix did this banger. It stars Idris Elba, Zazie, Regina King, Jonathan Majors, Lakeith Stanfield, R.J. Cycle, Delroy Lindo. It's some really good acting in here. It's some really solid characters. It's black excellence at its finest, and that's the main reason why I'm here talking about it, because the black people put on in it. Super well done, super well shot. And the Wild Wild West is just, I enjoy the Wild Wild West movies. Sometimes I kind of sink into them because I think, like, if I lived in the Wild West was a wild place. Like, Wild Wild West is, like, a lot of times you hear definition of things or hear titles of things and you're like, that don't make sense. But it was the Wild Wild West. Like, I would have had a gun everywhere, in my cap. I'd have had one in my coat, in my shit, in the side where you do the quick draw. I had one in the back. I had one in my boot and in my sock. Boy, I'd have been a gun toting fool, because you can't walk around. You can't do nothing. You don't. It's hard to trust anybody. So it's like you see somebody, maybe it's dark road, maybe it's during the day, maybe in the middle of nowhere. It's you or them. And if it's just you and a bunch of them, you better go out where the guns are blazing. I mean, unless you just got that respect like that, which you may. I mean, I know it's a time, I know it's still, human rules and guidelines you follow and whatnot. But man, oh man, Wild West making me be tripping me out sometimes. But yeah, some of the last shooting scene was off. Not gonna lie, it was wild and crazy, but you had to get the action in there, and it definitely delivered on that aspect of it. But for me, I just whatever. Storyline, the end was a little twist that got me. I'm sure all you savvy people out there knew exactly what was going on. I don't know if it's a book or not, or what it's based off of. Actually, I can look real quick. Was it a book? Harder They Fall. Book? What was a book? Very far. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Argentinian giant heavy. No. I don't know. Where can I watch Harder? It's Harder to Fall on Netflix, or Harder They Fall out. Let's see. Let me see. Giamez Samuel, who co-wrote the screenplay. Films are based on real cowboys, lawmen, and outlaws of the 19th century American West. Okay. So yeah, it's a typical, just quickly, not gonna really drop the spoilers. I want people to watch it, you know what I'm saying? Go watch it. It's on Netflix. Them boys kill it. But it's a typical revenge flick. It it moves through the storyline very, very well. It tells it very, very well. It's some silly stuff that does happen that moves the plot along, but um, at the end of the day, it delivers at the end. Um, I hate the love stories. That is spoiler alert. The love story is there. It's always there. I just wish they would just figure out a way to eliminate it. But I guess that sucks in the sappy audience, just to see the end and the kiss and whatever, man. I guess I'll do without. I just want to see good movies realistically. Like everything don't end. Everything don't end in the love story. But yeah, that's all they say. That's why it's a movie. That's why it's in Hollywood. But I think people watch that stuff and it's sticking their brains too hard and the expectation. So a little realism would help. But solid movie. The Harder They Fall on Netflix. Check that joint is out. This show right now. No. So that does it for me here on episode 32 of Play Some D. I appreciate the watch. Any likes, any subs, all likes, all subs. Smash it, pound it, turn on those post notifications. The NFL's been super interesting this year. Super parity. You don't know who's gonna win. Somebody's gonna come out their bye week just like Tampa did last year and kind of get the trampling. But I think the parity won't allow it to. Well, Tampa still had a hard time getting through the playoffs. Honestly, they had to fight either way. But somebody's gonna come out of their byes. They'll come out these next 2 weeks, and somebody's gonna be revved up and steamrolling folks. You're gonna be like, oh, that's probably the team. Bananas, man. Appreciate bananas. We might have a new strain of bananas sometime soon here, and it may be super delicious or really, really nasty. But if you like bananas, enjoy the ones you're eating right now. I'm just saying. The Harder They Fall is a great movie. Watch that joint. COD Vanguard just dropped. You a video gamer? You like to shoot stuff? Shoot for an hour, turn it off, come back tomorrow. That's the game for you. And then the infrastructure bill passed on Friday. And got some good stuff in it. How I always feel about a lot of that money when you see billions and billions of dollars and you just don't really see it translate to much. They say it translates in years and it feels like it never goes anywhere. Dig in it, try to hold somebody accountable, and a lot of it's gonna go in people's pockets that won't do anything with it. But unfortunately, that's how our political system rolls. But on that note, I'm gonna roll. And until the next one, as always, I holla.